Hello there, you're watching VNews Bulletin. I'm Vung O presenting you today top stories as usual.
Top leader works with Commission for Economic Affairs. November CPI grows 0.13%. And later on, International Culinary Festival connects global friends.
On December 9th in Hanoi, Party General Secretary To Lam had a working session with representatives of the party's Central Committee's Economic Commission.
According to the Commission, since the beginning of the 13th Party Central Committee, it has completed 23 socio-economic proposals, contributed to 176 reports, projects and documents related to economy, society, defense, security, foreign affairs and party building. Addressing the meeting, General Secretary To Lam laid stress on the Commission's critical role in perfecting institutions for the development of the socialist-oriented market economy, as well as outlining pivotal guidelines for national economic management. He called on the Commission to make revolutionary changes in its organizational structure so as to have an effective and efficient apparatus meeting the development requirements in the new period. The top leader asked the Commission to forecast and respond to major global trends, thus developing policy recommendations and solutions to support the party's leadership and socio-economic guidance. The party chief expressed his belief that the Commission, with its determination, solidarity and responsibility, will continue developing and successfully complete its entrusted missions.
President Leung Keung attended a ceremony in Hanoi on December 9th to present the title Hero of the People's Armed Forces to the Viettel Aerospace Institute.
The institute, which is under the Viettel Military Industry and Telecoms Group Viettel, was granted the title for its excellent achievements in research and production of high-tech strategic weapon products. Addressing the ceremony, President Quang emphasized that achievements made by the institute are the nation's pride. They are also the realization of a long-standing aspiration of the nation to possess enough strength and self-reliance to safeguard its independence, sovereignty and territorial integrity for eternal peace and longevity of the country, he added. The task of building a modern and self-reliant defense industry has become more urgent than ever, he stressed, urging the institute to master and develop modern technologies. Established in 2014, the Viettel Aerospace Institute is tasked with researching, designing and manufacturing high-tech strategic weapons. Over the last decade, it has made significant contributions to building the military, strengthening national defense and safeguarding the nation.
Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính chaired the 10th session of the Central Emulation and Commendation Council in Hanoi on December 9th.
The session aimed to review the Council's performance in 2024 and set out directions and tasks in 2025. It also considered awarding the titles of Hero of the People's Armed Forces and Hero of Labor to collectives and individuals with particularly outstanding contributions to national construction and defense. Speaking at the session, Prime Minister Chin said that emulation movements must be in line with the interests of the country and the people, associated with the political tasks of each agency and unit and the responsibilities of their heads. The Prime Minister emphasized that the year 2025 is of special importance with many grand ceremonies, including the 95th founding anniversary of the Communist Party of Vietnam and 50 years since the liberation of the South and reunification of the country. He called on the whole country to engage in innovation and digital transformation, thus contributing to the rise of the country in a new era of development.
Chairman of the National Assembly Trần Thanh Mẫn on December 9th attended the opening session of the 20th meeting of Hanoi People's Council, 16th tenure.
In recent times, Hanoi has gained many achievements across sectors. Besides, the capital city has provided regular and effective support for activities of central agencies, diplomatic missions and international organizations. In his remarks, Chairman Mern urged the municipal authorities to proactively implement the capital law, with special mechanisms and policies to make breakthroughs, creating motivation to become a leading locality in the region and the country. Hanoi's breakthrough development holds significant importance, not only for the capital itself, but also for the nation's socio-economic development, Mern stressed. The People's Council should continue to promote the spirit of innovation in its operations, and always be a typical model in innovating mindset in the process of lawmaking, he said. The top legislator also requested the People's Council to effectively implement its duties, especially those regarding land, bidding, and public asset management and use.
Vietnam's Consumer Price Index (CPI) for November rose by 0.13% from the previous month and 2.77% compared to the same period last year, the General Statistics Office has announced.
The group of housing, electricity, water, fuel, and construction materials recorded the highest increase of 0.87%. Meanwhile, the prices of transportation services went down by 0.07%. Postal and communication services fell 0.3%, and restaurants and catering services inched down 0.22%. Domestic gold prices dropped 2.26% as compared to October, while rising by 33% against December last year and 38% year-on-year. The average U.S. dollar price in the free market was around 25,483 Vietnam dong as of November 27, up 1.76% month-on-month and 3.63% over the same period last year. Core inflation in the 11-month period expanded 2.7% from the same period in 2023, but was lower than the average CPI increase of 3.69%. The reason is that the prices of food, foodstuffs, electricity, education services, and medical services only affect CPI growth, as they are excluded from calculating core inflation.
A delegation from the Vietnamese National Assembly's Council for Ethnic Affairs is on a working trip to Canada from December 3rd to 13th to learn about its policies related to land and forest allocation, management, and livelihood development for ethnic minority groups.
The trip is part of a broader cooperation program between the Vietnamese National Assembly and the Government of Canada, facilitated by the Vietnamese Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Canada's Technical Assistance Partnership, Expert Deployment Mechanism Project. Both sides acknowledge that while the histories and development processes of Vietnamese ethnic minorities and Canadian Indigenous people differ, their policy and lawmaking efforts share a common goal: ensuring the livelihoods of these communities and enforcing laws that support them.
We also have a workshop in January in Hanoi that will bring together the National Assembly and other organizations in Vietnam, and will assess the program, the project, and chart the way forward.
Dự kiến sau cái chuyến đi này,
This session will address challenges in policy enforcement and propose necessary adjustments to ensure that the party's policies reach ethnic communities more quickly.
được đến với đồng bào tốt hơn, nhanh hơn.
The project is a global initiative focused on ethnic minorities and forestry policies. It is Canada's second project dedicated to Vietnam, aiming to enhance the capacity of Vietnamese agencies, specifically the Council of Ethnic Affairs. Its goal is to develop policies that ensure the livelihoods of ethnic communities living in and relying on forests, while simultaneously protecting and sustainably developing forest resources and land.
With the theme Culinary Connections, the 2024 International Culinary Festival served as a rendezvous to celebrate exquisite flavors while showcasing the unifying power of cuisine. It offered visitors and locals alike an opportunity to experience and savor the culinary traditions tied to the cultures of over 40 participating countries.
Moroccan cuisine. Dishes with traditional flavors reflecting a blend of Arab, Amazigh, African, and Mediterranean cultures. Colombian cuisine. The vibrant tastes of sunny South America. Russian cuisine. the distinctive flavors of the snow land. The diverse offerings at this year's festival invited visitors to embark on a journey around the world, experiencing the unique ability of cuisine to connect cultures across nations.
We brought here iconic Russian dishes like Russian salad, baked bread, and beetroot soup, hoping visitors will experience the unique charm of Russian culture through these traditional flavors.
I often participate in culinary festivals as they provide a chance to experience the culture, cuisine, and even souvenirs from different countries. In just a small space, you can still immerse yourself in various cultures.
The festival not only featured areas for international friends to showcase their specialties, but also included booths highlighting the unique flavors of Vietnam's 3 regions.
Coming here, we gained a deeper understanding of other countries' cuisines, which brought us closer and inspired us to learn more about them. After all, a nation that neglects its culture cannot exist for long.
Kind of food is okay for me, so I will see the food and choose the food because there are a lot of variation of the food.
The International Culinary Festival offers a unique platform for cultural exchange, where Vietnamese and international guests explore diverse flavors and strengthen global ties through the universal language of food.
The first Broadway-style musical of Vietnam will officially premiere at the Hồ Gươm Theatre in Hanoi on December 23rd, named Dream of Chi Phèo. The musical is inspired by a short story by the renowned writer Nam Cao.
The 90-minute musical depicts the fierce struggle of Chi Phèo against his tragic fate, with his background and appearance closely aligned with the original literary work. However, the dream of Chi Phèo doesn't delve deeply into the harsh realities of life in feudal society. Instead, it emphasizes the romantic aspect of the love story between Chi Phèo and Thị Nở. Through the dream of Chi Phèo, director Phùng Tiến Minh aims to present an international-style musical on the Vietnamese stage, infused with national cultural identity.
Broadway sets the international standard for musicals around the world. In Vietnam, there have been efforts to create musicals. Today, we are proud to introduce the dream of Chi Phèo to Vietnamese audiences. For those who love musicals, Vietnamese literature, and Vietnamese music, this first Vietnamese Broadway-style musical is definitely a must-see.
Hầu hết tất cả các vở nhạc kịch ở Việt Nam từ trước đến nay.
Most musicals in Vietnam have aimed to meet the Broadway standard, but we still lack voices that really have what it takes. With music and musical, how Chi Phèo will be portrayed is something that will surely intrigue the audience.
Tôi nghĩ rằng là đấy cũng sẽ là một cái sự tò mò.
Most performers in this production are youthful and fresh-faced, showcasing powerful performances that bring surprising breakthroughs. Actress Hoàng Thái Phương, in her role as Thị Nở, delivers a remarkable performance with her powerful voice.
Để chuẩn bị cho vai diễn này thật tốt thì Phương cũng đã đọc rất nhiều phân tích về nhân vật Thị Nở.
To prepare for the role of Thị Nở, I have studied many analyses and opinions about the character to choose the right gestures and mindset that fit best in the musical. In the process, I have received a lot of support from the director and the team who have guided me along the way.
Before its premiere on December 23rd in Hanoi, the dream of Chi Phèo already earned a significant recognition, winning several major awards for outstanding performance and exceptional contributions of the production team.
And that's the end of our bulletin. Thank you for being with us. We hope to see you again soon.